So, well, last Saturday, me and Leo decided to go watch the Sonic movie together, because why not, honestly? And, you know what? We enjoyed it. Stick around to find out about our thoughts. And also hear some footage of Leo eating Chick-fil-A. This Chick-fil-A place is super good. Albert, why the hell are you recording me? What the What the frick, you my man? I just want to play some Lego Star Wars. Oh yeah, and I also tried to get Leo to watch the My Hero Academia movie that's coming out soon. In fact, it's coming out like tomorrow when I release this video, so let's see if I can do a review on that. Well, before this actual review starts, I'd like to talk about my thoughts of, well, the pre-movie. And I've got to say that was a very weird time. There were lots of things going against the movie originally. Most people thought it was just going to be a generic kids movie, and what really didn't help was the original design for Sonic, who looked like a rat. Did we need this in our lives? Like, huh? I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it, and I still don't necessarily hate it. I'd love to see the original director's cut, but it's not very good.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look!
Meow?
I gotta say, Sonic is looking like right there in that shot.
Meow. It's not good. Although it might have had that stuff going for it in the beginning, like a while later, probably about 8 months or something later, we actually got a new design for Sonic, and he actually looked like 10 million times better than he did before, and somehow the trailers looked even better. Like, I thought the original trailer, at least in terms of everything else except for Rat Sonic, was actually exceptionally good. I thought it was going to be a fun movie, even with Rat Sonic. But, well, it looked even better, honestly. I think it looked freaking amazing. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, watch the review to find out, mother truckers. That means get out of here, you frickin' mother truckers.
Sonic movie thoughts.
Wait, before we start.
On camera, you're on the spot.
Before we start, that guy, Mega Chad, dude, got Robert a free icy, dude.
Okay, you're on the spot. I got a free icy, yes.
Alright, anyways, Sonic movie. Great movie, very short though.
Well, that was not short at all, but alright. Whatever you say.
It was pretty short. It was the same length. In fact, maybe even shorter than the Killer Bean movie.
You serious?
Have you watched the Killer Bean movie?
Yes, it is a whole 2 hours.
Oh my god.
And I still can't believe the fucking Sonic movie. It's only an hour 30 minutes.
It's an hour and 38.
38. Now, I think I may know why is this short. Because since they had to change animation throughout the middle of direction of filming, because that mistake. Anyway, so yes, that's why I think it's a good movie, especially after the after credits, which we will spoil in this episode. Especially this episode, you guys will see the after credits, and if you haven't seen the movie, Robert, please to make sure you add a spoiler warning.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I will have done.
But anyways, Tails is in the after credits of the movie. Therefore, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Did you not see the echidnas? They were like the echidnas at the beginning of the movie. Remember the things that killed the owl dude? Owl thing? Yeah. That means Knuckles is gonna be in it at some point.
AKA adopted mom, AKA Robert's parents.
Wow. Fuck.
Sorry, I had to state.
Fuck you.
Precise detailing. Alright, anyways, so basically, that's it.
Okay.
I liked it though. Just very short.
Very glad you enjoyed it. Wait. You gotta record me. One. So, Robert, how do you feel about the Sonic movie and the credits?
My personal thoughts were that it was very good, honestly. I really liked the jokes and such. I'm not gonna go into too much depth and analyses here.
Hold on, we gotta record the gameplay, man.
Just for the sake of the review.
Just keep talking.
Yeah. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. The characters were very good. Can we be serious?
Just keep talking. Robert, you ruined the video.
Thanks. So, Leo, you're gonna ask me the very important question?
Yes, you just gotta wait a few seconds, Robert. So, Robert, how do you feel about the new Sonic movie?
My personal thoughts were that I think it was very well made for a film, for a kids film. I think it's a great action film. I think it's a great kids film. It's a nice film for the family to sit together and watch and whatnot. And for Sonic fans, I think it's even better. It's got tons of homages and references and such. Yeah, I think it was really great. I'm not gonna go too much into analysis, but one thing I think I found, I believe that was a bit of a flaw, in my personal opinion, was the pacing a little bit, especially in the beginning, where Sonic was like, "Oh my God, I love being in the world."
We need to get out of here.
And what the fuck?
The Fortnite trailer's playing in the background. We can't sponsor Fortnite. Fortnite is gay. Look at that shit, dude. We gotta get out of here. Go.
Before I start my analysis, I'd like to just say, this movie was great. Actors, mwah. Design of Sonic, mwah. Almost everything else, mwah. This movie is enjoyable for all types of audiences, in my opinion. Whether you're the casual type looking for a fun flick to watch with the kids, or a diehard Sonic fanboy like me, it really affected my enjoyment of this movie. And I guess while we're on that topic,
That's no good.
first of all, the movie was honestly poorly paced in some areas. For example, near the beginning of the movie, Sonic is all like, "Man, I've been living my best life on Earth." And then not even 10 minutes later, is he like, "I'm f***ing lonely." And cause of that, he takes out all of the power of the entire world. Where did we go? How did this happen? It felt like it just jumped out of nowhere. And then later on in the film, Sonic is all like, Huh, Tom Hanks, how come you're leaving Green Hills? Don't you care about these animals? Huh? or whatever, and just immediately calls him a jerk for that. Yeah, there's a lot of this movie that felt really forced, just because it had to be a kid's movie. Second, this movie really loves its cliches, going back to what I stated before. My proof of such a case would be Leo, as during the movie he pointed out a lot of the cliches, which, yeah, that's a little bit sad if someone can point out, like, almost all of the cliches, or just about everything that would happen in the film, and he hadn't even seen the film yet. And for some reason, the movie also goes to a bit of a road trip film. In the context of the movie, it makes sense, but it's like, why did we need a road trip film? I didn't want to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road trip. I guess for someone who doesn't watch a lot of movies like me, you wouldn't catch most of these tropes, but avid moviegoers and critics would definitely get bored quick unless they're fans of the characters. In a way, this isn't a bad thing. Sometimes a film or any piece of media doesn't need to be the greatest thing in the entire world. Sometimes you just need a good film just to pass the time or enjoy. I find a lot of the parallels with the Goofy movie in this one. Both happen to be part road trip films, both have the stars of the show bond over time, and also the fact that they fight over something that gets resolved very quickly. But there are some finer details that I see in these films, like the fact that you can really tell where these films come from in terms of the eras. For God's sake, Sonic flosses twice. And while we're on that note, I also get reminded a lot of Sonic's Wonders of the World, or something like that. Magical Wonder, I don't know. And it was the original test pilot. It was the original concept of a Sonic movie back in the 90s. It involved this kid who was playing his favorite video game, Sonic Extreme, for the Sega Saturn, and science shit happens, and Sonic pops out of the screen, and now this kid and Sonic have to go save the world, because apparently now the Chaos Emeralds are throughout the world, while Eggman is just trying to make an amusement park, for God's sake. You can see a tiny bit of the inspiration where this movie came from there, and I see it. But, honestly, other than that stuff that I complained about, I just found this very enjoyable. I can see some people not liking this version of Sonic, to be honest, just because it's not the one from the games. It's not the one people know and love. At least a lot of the people that are going into this movie that are really excited to see it, other than children's. But I would just acknowledge that this is Paramount's character. They've been sort of advertising it as their own character. This is their own adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog, not Sega's, so it wouldn't be the one we know and love. This one is much more childlike. You see it in the bar scene, where he's like, oh my god, look at this bar stool, it can spin. And yeah, I really like that, honestly, and it's like, the filmmakers actually tried to keep that balance of what the fans know and love, while also adapting the blue blur for the big screen. And in my opinion, they did really well with it, and I cannot wait for a sequel, because there's a lot of world building to be had in this movie. In my opinion, I think this deserves a 7 or 8 out of 10, but I can't really decide. And I must reiterate, Tails is like freaking hype as heck. Oh my gosh, Sonic Movie 2, I bet it.
Hey, Leo, well, we're at the end of this video here. You wanna go see that My Hero Academia movie with me? Aww. I wanted a friend! I wanted a friend!